My guess is, and this is merely an educated guess, my guess is that last offseason, when the Packers realized that Rodgers was unhappy, trying to get Rodgers back in the saddle for another season, said, let's run it one more year. We'll bring in the guys you want. You want Randall Cobb, we'll bring in Randall Cobb. We'll hack off one of the years on the back end. That'll give you more freedom. We'll do everything we can in our power to prove to you that we're all in and we want to be partners with you, not employers of you. And if you're still unhappy at the end of the year, then you know what? We'll explore a trade. One of those, and if you're not 100% satisfied, your money back guarantees. And what always happens, we get sucked into buying something because, well, if we don't like it, we can just bring it back for 100% full refund, and then nobody ever does it. Nobody ever remembers. Nobody ever wants to go through the pressure or the problems or the paperwork. It sucks us in, and businesses know it. 100% guaranteed full refund, satisfaction or your money back. And they know nobody ever returns anything. It's not like a year and a half later with the shoes. You're like, you know what? I don't really like these shoes. Can I get 100% money back? Who cares? That's, I'm guessing, what happened here. You say whatever it takes to get the sale, and you don't expect Rodgers at the end of the year to be like, yeah, they promised to trade me if I wasn't happy. Now, Gutekunst, Gunty, my man, should be more careful with his words there. Because if there's anybody who is going to get bent out of shape based on perceived promises or positioning or how he is viewed in the public eye, it's going to be Rodgers. If there's anybody who's going to get bent out of shape about something like this, it's Rodgers. Gutekunst might have been doing the right thing. I'm not going to tell the world I promised to trade Rodgers. Doesn't help us. We can't say that right now. We got a verbal promise to trade Rodgers if he's unhappy. So you got to just play close to the vest. That's distinctly possible. Maybe they have an agreement. Maybe Gunty, my man, knows the agreement. But he's not going to sit there at a podium and be like, yeah, and if Rodgers is unhappy, you know what? We're going to trade him. He's got every right. What Gutekunst should have said is, you know what? Me and Aaron have had great conversations. We're in a great place right now. I don't want to share anything privately. My whole priority right now is just making sure Aaron Rodgers is a member of the Packers. Right? And then, boom, it's done, and you haven't lied. You haven't needed to lie, and you haven't perhaps made Aaron Rodgers go ballistic privately because he thinks he's got a promise, and then you made him look like a fool or something. Now, I would hope this is not the type of thing that Rodgers blows out of proportion and goes, how could you say that? I'll never talk to you again. You know, let's hope, because that would be blowing it out of proportion as well. But if you're Brian Gutekunst, you have to be so careful about how you position everything, because you know that whatever the trust is with Aaron Rodgers is probably pretty shaky. You have to understand that Rodgers whips himself into a frenzy about all these perceived things and public perception and how things look, and this is the type of thing that maybe he gets angry about. Who knows? But I'm not surprised teams are calling the Packers about potential trades. Look, if you're the Denver Broncos and you're not knocking on that door, then why'd you hire Nathaniel Hackett? You've got to knock on the door. And if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers or you're any of these teams that are a good team and feel like you're Aaron Rodgers away from winning a Super Bowl, you got to call. And you got to at least see, hey, is it available? Can we talk? When can we talk? When do you expect to hear something from Aaron? When you do, can we talk again? I mean, you have to explore that. You have to. My vibe is the Packers don't feel great about Jordan Love. And the Packers are fearful that the moment Rodgers leaves, they go from Super Bowl contender to also ran. And that they're not, they don't want to risk that now. Honestly, I think if Jordan Love, and he's had 2 years now, if Jordan Love looked like what Aaron Rodgers looked like after his first 2 years sitting under Brett Favre, I think they would pull the trigger. I think they would. Now, I know that you could go back and say, well, yeah, the Packers held on to Brett Favre for longer than that. But I think the big part about Brett Favre coming back and keeping Aaron Rodgers at bay was that Brett Favre wanted to play for the Packers. It wasn't, I want to go somewhere else. It was, this is my job. I want to be here. I did that segment on Joe Montana the other day, and such a big part of that documentary with him and Steve Young, the other Hall of Fame to Hall of Fame baton pass in quarterback history, was that Montana didn't want to leave. Montana said, this is my job. You've got to go elsewhere, which is what made that difficult. Montana didn't want to get traded. Brett Favre didn't want to get traded. What Aaron Rodgers has put on the table is, I'm not happy here. You might have to trade me. I want that freedom. So that's a different dynamic. But I don't think the Packers have any confidence right now that Jordan Love could step in and be the guy. I don't think so. And because of it, they are dealing with this really difficult decision of, do you completely cater to Aaron Rodgers in every way, shape, and form to keep him happy in there? Or do you run the risk of, you could have quiet and solitude and a quarterback that's not demanding and wants to be there and works hard and everything, but Rodgers is a 10 and Love is a 5. You know, it's like, how much does peace of mind help you there if your quarterback's only a 5? I think if they felt like Jordan Love could be an 8 or a 9, they'd say, you know what? This thing has run its course. Because they clearly are going to have to keep placating to whatever Aaron Rodgers' whims are, and that's got to be exhausting. But Rodgers is at 10 right now. He's the best quarterback in the NFL, back-to-back MVPs. The precipitous fall from that to Jordan Love is just too much to stomach for the Packers, and I don't blame them. I mean, look, if you have Aaron Rodgers, you could win a Super Bowl. If you don't in Green Bay, you can't. As simple as that. So if you're in the business of winning Super Bowls, you got to do whatever it takes to keep Rodgers there.